Okay. Hello. Backspace compare. So today we're doing problem challenge 2, comparing strings containing backspaces. Hope you're well. I hope you can remain sane during the course of this video. Let's begin. Given two strings containing backspaces, represented by a $sign, a hash mark. Check if two strings are equal. So let's think about this. What we want is for these things to output true. So let's write our function xy this z xy z z. Okay, what are we up to today? I'm trying to think about how we want to do this. So we could loop through, right? What happens if we loop through? So we start at 0. We could check both of them. Say, is x equal to x? Yes. Is y equal to z? But that's not what we want. So maybe if x, we start on 1. Let's get the length. K is equal string length, string 1 length. Let K equal, okay. This is, maybe I only want to try with one string first. Let's forget about the other string for now. So I don't want that to give me an error. So what are we up to? So we could, frig off, dude. Okay. Console.log string 1 I. So doing this, let's just get our strings. So those are our individual characters. So what if I say left equals 0, let right equal 1? No, if I say let right equal to I plus 1. So right is equal to I plus 1, so that means we'll start on X, right will start on Y. Now, what we need to do is check ahead to see if there's a hashtag, and if there is, we want to delete that string or ignore it. Yeah, let's ignore it. So if we, if string 1 right is a hashtag, what do we do if the string's a hashtag? We move the XY hashtag Z. See, I feel like I would just use a string like split function here. I'm not exactly sure how it wants to use the 2 pointers, so it's like a bit tough to like specifically start in the exact way this thing is trying to solve the problem. If our string right's equal to this, then don't add it. Two backspaces is -2. Okay, let's go take a peek. Given 2 strings containing backspaces, compare the given strings first. Oh, to compare them, we need to apply the backspaces. An efficient way to do this would be from both ends of the string. We can have separate pointers pointing to the last element of the given strings. We can start comparing the characters pointed out by both the pointers to see if the strings are equal. If at any stage the character pointed out by any of the pointers is backspace, we will skip and apply the backspace until we have a valid character available for comparison. Index 1 string length -1, index 2 string length -1. So they're starting at the end. Skip a backspace or a valid character. So it's saying start here for both strings. And let's move backwards one, except this one is a Z. This one's a thing, so we'll get rid of it. And we'll check the next one with a Z. So we compare Z and Z. That makes sense, I think. So let's see if we can remember that. Let index 2 equals string 2 dot length -1. Okay, so what we want to do is loop through both strings. While index 1 is greater or equal to 0 and index 2 is greater or equal to 0. What do we want to do? Or. Yeah, it's getting this. So what does this loop do? While index is greater than 0. If we have a backspace count +1, else backspace count 2. Let I2 equals get next valid character. I see what it's doing. So if there's 2 in a row, it's like, let's look backwards. Okay, so we have our first character. Now what do we see? We see this thing. So we say our index is going to be -1. We see another one, index is -2, and now we find a Z, and we're like, okay, that's where we want to stay. And we're starting from the end because we're subtracting, so we want to push this string to the left. Okay, so Oh my god. This is like mind-numbing. So get a new index. And with our new index, if we make it to the end, it's successful of both strings. Right, because it's uneven. Right, we're gonna unevenly traverse these. And so only if we make it there at the same time. Yes, yeah, another function. So let's make a new function. Which takes a string and an index. Okay. Get index, string 1, index 1. So we want to, in get index, string I is a backspace. Say num offset 0. So every time we see a backspace, num offset plus plus. Right, otherwise, don't add it. What? Oh. This can't. What the heck? If we find a backspace character and backspace count is greater than 1, then we subtract 1 from backspace. So we're here. We're here. Oh. No. Backspace count. Why would this function this way? This problem's a bit too annoying for me. But we'll figure it out. That shit going on forever. So if I1 if string does not equal this. So So if we make it to the end of both strings, return true. If we only made it to the end of one string, return false. And if our characters are not the same, return false. And then in here, index 1 minus 1. I2 minus 1. Okay, well that should have solved it. Zero, zero, 1, 0, false. Searching, searching. We didn't return I. Well, I'm a little perplexed now. Oh, I'm just returning false. Wait, why does this guy have a return true in his friggin' thing here? That surely should be out here, right? This is only gonna run one time if this is here, right? This is always true. Let's see. Does this always return true? No. True, false, true, true. True, false, true, true. What the heck? Get next valid care. Why would this wouldn't do anything? Because it never makes it back to the start of the friggin' thing. Right? That's peculiar. Yeah, it is a bug. Look at that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a bug. Okay, that was confusing as fuck. I wish that bug wasn't in there, but good thing we were able to debug it. Now let's think about this. Why is this functioning the way it is? This. console log num offset. Oh my friggin' god, dude. It was 1 0 1 2 1 0. So we loop through the rest of the string. One, 2, 1, 0. Oh, that makes sense. We accumulate and then we decumulate. And then whatever index we end up on is our thing. So this one's X, this one's P. So we both end up on X. That makes sense. So yeah, 1, 2, 1, 0. And so this returns I. Yep, because it breaks once we run out of those. I see. So now our index here is 0. And the index here, 1, 0. So then our index here ends up as this. Okay, well, that is that problem. Wish I could have solved it on my own, but there it is. I'm learning, people. I'm learning, folks. Same as you. Have a good one, and I hope you did not experience psychosis during this video.